All right, so you want to get your potato, right? Cut off the ends, right? Because we're going to make some homemade French fries for our steak frites. So we're going to do 1, 2. So you want to get 4 long cuts out of your potato, right? This is how we want our fries to look, right? Yeah, nice and, you know, square, rectangular-ish. This is how we roll. We have a shallot here. You want to mince this. Make sure you boil your French fries in hot, bubbly water for about 5 to 6 minutes, okay? You just partially cooking them. We're gonna drain them, and then we're gonna fry them. All right, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, right? When you're doing homemade French fries, you put them on the heat, and you want to start them in cold oil and slowly bring that temperature up, right? So we're going to use a mixture of vegetable oil and vegetable shortening. You want the vegetable oil and shortening, right, to slowly melt, and then you'll see it'll be making these little bubbles, right? But the reality is we're kind of triple cooking these fries, so we'll boil them to partially cook them, right? But then we're finished cooking them by having the oil temperature lower, right? And then we're gonna crank that heat up high so that way they crisp up. You'll see in the end. See how we have that light boil? That's what you want. We got ourselves a nice, beautiful ribeye. All right, look at that exceptional marbling. We got fat to meat ratio. This is the ideal steak that you want, or I would go with like a hanger steak, which is really yummy. It's got marbling throughout the whole thing, man. But man, this is nothing like a good ribeye. You know what I'm saying? Season your steak with your favorite seasoning. All right. We got my ribeye. I'm gonna use a little bit of Tony Chachere's. Me personally, I always season my steak really heavy. Like, look at that. You want that nice sizzle when you put it in the pan. Trust me. Look how beautiful that is. All right, now we got our pancetta rendering along with our bratwurst. Right, we're gonna wait till that gets nice and crispy, and then we'll add our shallots along with our mushrooms. All right, so we added our shallots to our pancetta while our fries crisp up really nice, right? All right, so once we do this, right, we're gonna add our mushrooms. Time to add our mushrooms, y'all. Once you saute your mushrooms for a little bit, add a little bit of vodka. I'm gonna cook that out. See how our potatoes got nice and brown? That's what you want. So we're gonna take off the ribeye cap, right? I like my steak rare to mid-rare, right? Like butter. Right? Take the chain, right? And we're gonna cut it at a bias. Oh yeah.